Hi there, Rabbi. How's life in the Tetons?
The water's cold and clear, and the mountain air is much easier to breathe than the air we've been breathing in DC.
True enough. And I know that I feel closer to God when I'm in the mountains, and not just because of the elevation, because of the clean presentation of life, whether it's a desert mountain, and I've been to desert mountains, or a snow-capped mountain, even a couple of volcanoes make me feel a little closer to the divine. Is that an act of faith on my part? Am I demonstrating faith when I say things like that?
No, Joe, what you're demonstrating is your proof and evidence. You're not accepting anything just because someone with a beard said it or it was in an old book. What you're doing is what I want to present, proof and evidence. Instead of this nonsense of, well, you have to have faith and you have to believe me and it's written in a sacred book. Forget that. That just gets us into trouble. Let's examine proof and evidence. What proof and evidence do each of you need in order to have a belief in the divine, in order to accept religious teachings? I want us to dismiss right away the word faith. Forget that. Let's talk about proof and evidence. Hey, you want proof and evidence from your physician. You want proof and evidence from your CPA. You want proof and evidence from your car dealer. If you bring your car into me to be fixed and I say to you, oh, just have faith, I'm a mechanic, you're going to let me charge you whatever I want? No, I don't think so. There's no other area that we pull this faith card. So I want us to stop it with religion. I want us to do some self-examination. What creates this feeling of divine? What brings me closer to the one? What proof and evidence? And each of us will come up with a different conclusion. And let's just stop deluding ourselves into, well, I have to have faith. No, you don't. That's a con. You don't do it with your plumber. You don't do it with your electrician. Why all of a sudden are you doing it with God? God doesn't want you to do that. God wants you to believe because there's proof and evidence to believe. Now, it's going to be different for each of us, which is fine. And different religions will offer us different proof and evidence. That's fine, but examine it. Don't accept it just because. And that keeps getting us into trouble because a day doesn't go by where someone doesn't say to me, oh, Rabbi, if you only accepted or believed this, you'd go to heaven. But since you don't, you're going to some unnecessary bad place. Where do you get off telling me that? Because I don't have faith? No, I have proof and evidence. Present me the proof and evidence. Let's just stop it. The world will be a better place. Everybody needs their own proof and evidence, Joe.
Well, but proof and evidence can be tenuous or inferred at times and connected to faith, can't it? Like Thoreau's watchmaker.
Yes, it can. All I'm asking us to do is examine it and recognize that it's for me. You know, right now I'm really not in the Rockies, Joe. I'm at Bethany Beach. But since the computer and the camera doesn't have a view of the beach, I wanted something neat and spiritual in my background. But I'm visiting my friends, Roy and Rose. And I went to the beach the other day, and my sandals are very old, and the treads came off. They're done. So I came back to the house, and I said, Roy, and he glued it back on. And I said, what am I going to use tomorrow? And Rose said, oh, we have people leaving their flip-flops here all the time. We have a complete collection. And Roy said to me, oh, I have some flip-flops I just got that I'm not going to be using. They're not quite comfortable here. Roy is a size 14. I'm an 8.5. His flip-flops didn't fit me. So that's when Rose brought out the basket of leftovers, and I found a pair that fit. That's what I'm asking us to do with faith and religion. Nothing blind, nothing what someone else tells you. Just because your faith fits you doesn't mean it's going to fit me. So stop acting like it does. Stop fostering on me as if a size 14 flip-flop would fit my feet. It won't protect my feet. I grant you it protects yours. That's terrific. That's in answer to your question, Joe. One size doesn't fit all, and your size doesn't fit me. We have to find what fits. So stop telling me to have faith. Stop telling me that your system, it works for you. Tell me about it. I'm thrilled. But your size 14 flip-flop won't fit my 8.5 foot.
Well, I know my size 8.5 foot is perfectly compatible, so you can borrow my flip flops anytime, Rabbi. And I'd happily do that in exchange for all the wisdom you've shared over the years with me.
And therefore, what I would say to you, don't listen to what anyone else in the known universe says to you. I want you to have faith in me because I'm telling the truth, and faith should be enough for you to believe me.